I am getting lucky right now because my baby is still sleeping while I'm recording some videos of my workout for you. One of the questions that I often get with clients who have kids is they don't have time to work out. And now that I'm in this phase, I get it. So here are some tips that I would give you to get your workout in. Is one, make it achievable. So don't structure your day to plan an hour and a half workout where you have to drive an hour or drive 30 minutes even and then come back. That's just not realistic unless you have the support that you have in your household. For me, my significant other works from home, but he is working and I am fortunate enough to have maternity leave right now. So I am the primary caretaker of my baby when our doula is not here. Now, with that being said, it means I've got to figure out when the workout works for me. That's why I chose a quick workout. So it's about 2 to 3 exercises per day. And I know I can just come in, try a couple, and if she needs me, it's fine because I'm going to go back in, take care of her, then come back. So my objective is only to get 3 things done per day. Sometimes that's even challenging. So when we find that even that's challenging, I would say start with 10 air squats. So remember, air squats are just coming down and up. So I would say just try and do 10 of those a day. You don't need any equipment. You can do them when you're brushing your teeth. You can do them before you go to the bathroom, after you go to the bathroom, and start there. So if you just do 1 set, great, then go into a 2nd set, 3rd set for the day. Once you're able to achieve that, then we can start building from there. Some other tips I would say for mom is, besides finding the time when you can, so I call them movement snacks throughout the day, is 2, get realistic like we talked about. But 3, honestly, having some equipment around the home is going to be your best friend. For my moms who go to the gym and they're able to get it in, I don't know how you're doing that. I seriously congratulate you, because I can't imagine driving to the gym right now, trying to figure it out and then coming back. But again, right now I'm the primary caregiver for our daughter throughout the day. So maybe you have additional support, which is awesome. If you are similar in my shoes, I would say purchase some bands. Again, I've had them linked in Amazon, or the Amazon link in the description. I'll do that again on this video, but that will be your lifesaver. And just leave them out throughout the house. If you can tell here, it's kind of hard to see in the video, but I still have my bands out just so I can use them. Here they are, and there's another one there. And even I've got my mini band out so I don't have to grab it. I've just left them out. If you're fortunate enough where you don't have other kids or animals that will eat them, leave them out where you are, and that way it shows you as a reminder to get 1 piece of movement done. And those are super easy and convenient. That's highly what I would recommend, so that way we can start there. If you are more invested in fitness and have gotten some consistency, highly recommend some adjustable dumbbells. They are a bit more expensive, but I promise you they will last you a lot longer as far as being able to go up in weight exponentially, and just the convenience of them. So again, if I was recommending this to a mom postpartum who's trying to get her workout in, make it convenient, make it short, and get the equipment that makes it achievable. It's really hard, so I get it. But taking care of yourself is also a priority. So like I said in one of my other videos, is I've got this whole list of things that I need to get done today or any day. And I always ask myself when she's down or I have a moment, what is my priority? Is my priority to eat, to work out, to do a video, to work a bit? So I decide what is the most important thing in that moment. And then I slowly knock out my list. So for me, a lot of the time it's to eat, to go to the bathroom, and then to work out. After that, I can finagle the rest by order of a priority. So just want to help you out there. If you have questions on this, please let me know. Again, I'm always available in the comments where I can get back to you. So let's get into the workout for day 3/6. So similar to our last phase, we're going to do a shoulder press. Before it was the Arnold press where you come in and out and press up. This time it's just your standard shoulder press. Again, you can use a barbell, you can use dumbbells. I'm using dumbbells this phase because they're just easy and convenient for me. To get a barbell out with all the weights, it's just too much time, but mind you, those 2-3 minutes are really important to me right now. I'd rather achieve the workout than focus on what weight I'm going to use on the barbell. And these are easy to click and turn. So I'm going to bring these up to my shoulders. What I like to see is a nice V. You can do more of a touchdown pose, but I like a V. It seems a little bit more comfortable on the shoulders. Looking at my back, I'm not tucked in and I'm not booty popped. If I'm finding myself booty popping and pushing like this with my ribs flared, that means the weight's too heavy, so I need to drop the weight and lessen it. So I'm going to come here, bring it up, so kind of a bicep curl up to my shoulders. I'm in that V stance, slight bend in my knees. My feet are about shoulder width apart. I'm going to breathe out and bring everything in and pushing out and in, out and in. So the inhale and the exhale is really important here. So what I don't want to see is a dumping of my belly. So if you notice, I can either have my belly, let me show you, here we go, bring it up and nice and tight, or if I'm just here, I'm not really engaging my core and having my core support this overhead press. One thing I do want to note for those moms where we're feeding, whether that's breast or bottom, we're in this position a lot, holding. So we want to make sure that we're not accentuating kind of the shoulder shrug, that our shoulders are down and back when I'm pushing up. So shoulders down and back, and even you can do this single hand. So I'd have the dumbbell in this hand. I'm going to put my hand on this so I can kind of provide that tactile feedback that this shoulder blade needs to dump into this hand. And I'm going to push up and down. Sometimes what I'll see is we start doing this with our shoulders, and then that builds our trap, so it gets all tight in here and it's just not comfortable. So be sure to watch out for that when we're doing overhead presses. Let's go into the next two exercises. So again, moving away from the TRX as we did the last phase, I'm going to take these dumbbells and we're going to do a dumbbell curl. So bringing palms forward. There is a palms back, there is a palms in a neutral stance, but your typical bicep curl is just going to be a palms forward, coming up and down, up and down. So exhale and then inhale on my way back down. What I don't want to see is kind of a swinging motion. That's not a bicep curl, that's a kettlebell swing maybe. I don't even know. But we want to stay in a firm stance, coming up and back down. Now we're doing 3 sets, 8 to 10. Your biceps and triceps, when we're working on these isolation movements. So isolation movements are biceps, triceps, and kind of these single smaller muscles. Your weight is automatically going to be lighter than what you would do if you're doing like a row. So if I do a row with these guys, so thinking of that, I am still working my biceps, but it's called a compound movement because I'm working my biceps, triceps, back, traps, even core, butt, and hamstrings. If I'm just doing a dumbbell curl, then I'm just working my biceps. So again, when we're doing these single kind of muscle movements, weight's going to drop lighter. So we'll do 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps of that, and then we'll go into our tricep extension. So if you've got a home gym, the tricep extension can be a little bit tricky with adjustable dumbbells. And why I say that is because if you notice, these things are really big and bulky. They have to be in order to get the weight on, I understand. But when I'm doing a tricep extension, I'm hitting my hair, I'm scared I'm going to hit my head as I'm coming back down, and so it's just really difficult. So if you can, most of us probably started with some weights at home. Now, if you're at the gym, this isn't really a problem. So with our weights that we hang around at home, I can take the bigger one. So this is 20 pounds, but I can't go up much more for a tricep extension. So I'd like to go 25s, but then I'd have to use my adjustables. And as I showed you, the adjustables are really hard and bulky to maneuver around your head. So what we can do instead is pick our lighter weights that we have at home and just do each arm is going to have its own weight. I can also cross these and make it heavier too, where it's still a smaller device or weight than compared to the adjustables. So if I'm going to take you through this, what I'm doing for a tricep extension is, again, slight bend in the knees. I can have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back to provide more stability, but I don't want, again, ribs flaring, butt back. I'll see this a lot in gym settings. So what I'm going to do is my elbows are going to face forward, just extending and relaxing back down, extending and relaxing back down. Where I want you to feel it is in the back of the arm, so bat wings, right? I hate that term, and it's so derogatory, but these triceps. So as I'm coming down and extending up, I'm inhale, exhale, exhale. We exhale on the exertion or the harder piece. So like I said, if you want to do single arms, essentially, so one arm with each dumbbell, I can come here embrace it. If you feel like they're really wobbly, but you can do the weight, we can always do one arm at a time and just provide some support here and some feedback. So we'll do that 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps for those 3 exercises. And then going into the following phase, next exercise for our core of the day is going to be a carry. So you can use dumbbells, you can use a grocery bag, you can use water bottle, you can use kettlebell. I like a kettlebell just because it's not as rocking on my hips when I'm moving. But when I'm going to do a carry, again, I'm going to get into that deadlift stance, come up, exhale, and I'm going to have my shoulders down and back. I'm going to walk, and then I'll turn around and walk back. And what I want you to do is, we'll say 20 steps per side, switch sides, rest. So I'll do 20 steps with my left arm, 20 steps with my right arm, rest that 45 seconds. One thing I want you to note is, and actually I made this mistake, is I automatically went for the 50 that I have here because that was something I was doing before postpartum. As soon as I picked it up, it felt like this ultimate heaviness down on my pelvic floor, and it just did not feel right. So if a carry is not feeling right, then we need to drop the weight. So thinking of picking up the car seat. What is that weight that your baby is? And you're probably somewhere around there. I don't know how much she weighs right now because it feels heavy as shit. So she's probably around somewhere total with the car seat, maybe 15 to 25 pounds. I have no idea. So, excuse me, I know I can use that, but I'm going to use the 35 because that felt okay. Again, with the adjustables, you would just decrease. But like I said, one thing I don't like about carries with dumbbells is because if you think here, it fits my leg, but as I'm walking, it's kind of being shoved back and forth, but no big deal. It's really what you've got in your home. So overhead press, bicep curl, tricep extension, and carries. That will take your day 3 and 6. And then I've got to go because she's waking up. We'll see you on the next video.